Welcome to the Whiskey Vault. I'm Daniel Whittington, Chancellor of Wizard Academy Whiskey Marketing School. Today is Hidden Drams. This was a gift from Jeff and Dee to me, who are here, and by the time this episode comes out, are only a few months away from joining us for Whiskey Somm Class Level 1, which is in July. The next Level 1 Whiskey Sommelier class is in July. Look it up on the website if you want to join us, and then we're tentatively scheduling another one for the end of the year, closer to probably November. Oh, this one was very well sealed to keep it from leaking in the travels. So they brought this as a gift because they are kind and generous human beings. This is a special edition Bowmore that they did with Aston Martin. Now, all I know about this is that it says 18 Aston Martin. And then there's notes that I just went and found a page that said, here's the story, and I cut and pasted it, and then that's all I know. Okay, so first we're going to pour it. Bowmore is an interesting distillery for me because I have never had a Bowmore that I've disliked, actively disliked. I've had plenty of Bowmores that I'm like, yeah, that's fine, that's good. And I've had a couple more that are like, man, that's really good. And I've had a couple of independent bottlings, like S&WS Bowmore or Signatory or something, or Cadenhead, where I was like, wow, that's great. But something about Bowmore has just never quite captured my heart in the way that so many of the Islay distilleries have. And I have no explanation for it other than that, they seem to be aimed at the entry-level Scotch drinker in the sense of being accessible, right? In a way that Laphroaig is like, we're Laphroaig, and, Kilchoman is craft and interesting and new, and Bruichladdich has its own thing going on, and all the, Bunnahabhain's the subtle, sherry, delicate dance, and Cooleel is the blending malt. And, but Bowmore has always just sort of lived as this, very real, stable, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it. Like the sweater vest of scotches. It's nice. It's just there. It's not going to rock your world, but it's not going to be offensive. And so I'm always interested to try unique expressions of Bowmore to see if I can find, where are you and who are you? What's under there, right? So maybe this will be the one. Maybe this will be one of the ones. We'll see. Aston Martin is a cool looking car, right? I mean, it's got the Bond connection too, but I saw an Aston Martin driving down the road in Austin the other day, and I was like, holy, you do not get to see that very often here in the US. It was very cool. Oh man. Well done. Immediately. Oh, that nose. Okay, see? This is what I'm talking about. If I could get this from Bowmore 12, or a Bowmore that's just like a normal off the shelf, but it is an 18 special edition. But my God, the nose. That is cream, toffee. No, not toffee. Yeah, I mean, it's in the caramel director. I was thinking almond roca, and is toffee the middle of an almond roca? Toffee? Yeah, it's a toffee middle, hard candy, chocolate, and nuts around the outside of us. Almond roca is what popped into my head, but with an espresso. If you're sitting with an almond roca and also have an espresso in your hand, that combination of almond roca and coffee, this is rich, very dense. It does say on the front, deep and complex, and I mean it is, to be fair. They hit that one on the nose. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, so they say deep and complex, and it is deep and complex. When you hear that, you might be tempted to think fudge, density, and heavy-handed, but it's not. It's still, even though it's deep and complex, there's still sort of an airiness to it. It's delicate is the wrong word, but there's it's not fudge-like. It's not dense. It's light, but also all the notes are base notes, and they're all a lot going on. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so, oh man, okay. It started delivering everything that the nose had. And then about 3/4 of the way through, it just stopped cold like it hit a wall. And then the finish is this sort of like slightly tannic, a little bit smoky finish. Which is fine, but like, I wanted that to go all the way through. What's the proof on this? 43, that makes sense. So it started as really delivering on the nose, and it did for about 1/2 to 3/4 of the palate, and then it just went screeching halt. I know it's counterintuitive, but I'm gonna add a little water to see if that sort of cracks some things and gives me access to more on that, but I want more on the palate. I want more. The nose, beautiful. Palate, so close. Almost got there. Okay, so the notes that I cut and pasted from it were there's a collection of these that are different ages, and this is the oldest of the group. And each one is meant to pair with a specific Aston Martin car. This one's paired with the Aston Martin DB9. This is 18-year-old Bowmore, and they marry them for a year in second fill European PX Sherry European oak butts. Okay, this is edition 6. Wait, no, that's not right. This is edition 9, I think. Yeah, this is edition 9, the DB9. What else did they say other than they partnered with Aston Martin, who's groundbreaking? Yeah, okay. So it's paired with a car, which is cool. I guess it's a story, but I really just want really, really good Bowmore. You know? It's always fun to have a brand come and say, we really love this Scotch and can we partner together? And then you create something special just for them. And on that level, this is really cool and interesting. And if you are at any level have the ability to buy or drive an Aston Martin, then, you know, great. But that will never happen to me. So I am just going to approach it as an interesting 18-year-old Bowmore. And compared to, I don't actually have any of the Bowmores in here, they're all in the vault. Compared to the others, this is more so, for sure. It is more so. Man, that nose is so good. I almost got chocolate orange, like citrusy zest note after the water added. It's just really vibrant. And the palate is gone completely with water. I think that's always been my struggle with Bowmore, that like, they're always almost everything I was looking for, but never flat out bad or disappointing. Just like, always like, yeah, that was good. But there's always a slight hesitation in my voice when I say, that was good. But there's something, just this one little ingredient that I just can't land on, and I can never get it to land. And I've only ever found it in independent bottlings of Bowmore where I went, there it is. So I know it's there. I know the whiskey they're making has that. But in the bottles that I'm able to get here in the US of their general line, it always feels like it sets me up and takes me almost all the way through and then just goes, we're good. And I'm like, but I'm not good. I'm not finished. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. And you'll probably never be able to get this Aston Martin bottle. I have no idea how hard it is to get your hands on. But now you know. So cheers to you, and thank you, Jeff and Dee, and I really appreciate the generosity of leaving weird and interesting releases, and this is going to go into the vault for the other somms to get a chance to try. If you want to join us for Whiskey Level 1, and you've always been wondering, now's the time. In July, we'll see you there. Cheers to you, and I'm really glad you're here. If you like the sweater vest of YouTube channels, then welcome to the Whiskey Vault. If you want a YouTube channel that almost reviews the whiskey, but doesn't quite, welcome to the Whiskey Vault. Like and subscribe.